Tonight on Wiseguy.
Won't you tell him, please, to put on some speed?
She used to be a superstar, and now she works for you.
Oh, man, she is over. Don't you get that?
Don't get hung up on quality, man. We'll go broke.
Someone to watch over me.
Dead Dog Records Incorporated.
What's in the name, Frank?
In this case, everything. No studio, no equipment. No wonder you wanted to pawn it off under the OCB.
What's wrong with one federal agency trying to help another?
I don't know, Lou. When it happens, you let me know. And you made a drug bust, confiscated a worthless company. It's the way the ball bounces.
Dead Dog is far from worthless. It has $75,000 in cash, several artists under contract.
Has-beens and never were.
It has masters and a publishing catalog. Dead Dog owns the rights to over 2,000 titles. Jazz, early rock, R&B. Anyone who wants to record one of their songs has to pay them a royalty. That catalog is one of the most sought after in the business. Here's a list of companies and individuals that have bid for Dead Dog's assets.
Why didn't you sell?
The only qualified buyers were outfits that we weren't comfortable with. These are the biggest big shots in a billion-dollar industry. These are guys you should be going after.
How much are the catalogs and masters worth?
Over time, maybe $6 million.
And your agency is willing to turn its back on $6 million and deed Dead Dog over to us. You know, Lou, I've been wearing long pants for quite a while. Now, you must want something from the OCB. What is it?
We know you scored big in the garment district. You tumbled Ricky Pinzolo's empire and fitted him for a shroud.
So you've been reading the newsletter. What do you want?
We want to swap you Dead Dog Records for Pinzolo's private jet. The drug dealers have us outmanned and out-equipped. That jet would be invaluable to us.
Lou, the jet is worth $10 million. The catalog's $6 over a period of time.
But with that catalog as bait, you can get inside one of those big companies.
What about a lease?
What?
A lease. We'll lease you the airplane.
Terms?
Payment every 30 days for as long as we're involved in the investigation. And after that, What are they running, a daycare center out of here?
This stuffed animal, Frank? Company mascot. The lease, Frank.
We get the plane back after our investigation is over.
We get a cut of any assets you confiscate.
Oh, Lou. 5%.
12.
7.
9.
8, Lou.
Done. You authorized to make this deal?
Yeah, I'm authorized to make this deal.
Then congratulations. You're in showbiz.
First thing I'm going to do is contact some other record company executives and then call some personal managers, get some new acts for the label.
What do you mean, other record company executives?
Where's the office at?
Midtown. What do you mean, other?
Midtown. That's perfect. I'm going to run a label, Frank. Pick me out a tie, all right?
No, you are not going to run anything. We are dangling a line here, Vince. Hey, look at your ties. You got more ties than Countess Mara. Why don't you ever wear any of these?
You know, I must have 1,000 albums down in the basement. Got all the vintage stuff. Hendrix, Morrison, the Stones, the Who. Hope I die before I get old.
Don't tempt me.
After what I've been through this last couple of months, Frank, I'm actually excited about this assignment. I can't wait to get started.
You know, I know how you get into a case when I have to twist your arm. The idea of the havoc you could create by genuine enthusiasm scares me to death.
You worry too much.
It's what I do.
Yeah, I know. Frank, Dead Dog Records. I love it. Oh, that's a good choice. Thank you. All right, thanks, guys. That's good. Thanks. Yeah, Mr. Benton, please. Yeah, this is Vinnie Terranova at Dead Dog Records. Want to make an appointment to talk about Deneen Monk. Hello? Hello?
Trevor Benton never talks to anyone he doesn't know.
What makes you think he doesn't know me?
Because I don't know you. And if you were worth knowing, I would.
Well, that makes us even because I don't know you either.
How come I'm not surprised?
So who the hell are you?
Bobby Travis.
What do you want?
This company. And I was this close to getting it, but it was yanked just before I could close the deal.
Timing is everything in life.
Oh, don't philosophize, Terranova. I know people. And it's like you came out of nowhere and beat me to this deal. How?
Connections.
To what? You have never been in this business here or on the coast.
I have connections that reach far beyond this business, Bobby.
You know how to break a new act? You know how to take 4 kids from Cleveland, get them a producer, pick out the material, put them in the studio, record them, merchandise them, promote them. Are you a creative entity? Former Senior Vice President, Talent and Acquisitions, True Heart Records. Former Head of Promotion, Sunburst Records. Head of National Promotion, Landale. I have worked for everybody.
Well, sounds like you just can't hold a job.
It's because people without talent are afraid of people who have it. Afraid and jealous. Everybody wants to make records, but very few people know how. You know nothing about this business. You come along with your cash and your connections. Next thing I know, instead of making it big in the apple, I'm on a treadmill in Fort Lee. Why are you doing this?
It's a business. I'm a businessman.
Well, if that's all you are, you will never make it. You got to have passion. You got to have fire. You got to care. This is a game to you, isn't it? You sit around, you think, hey, chicks, parties, drugs, concerts. Hey, fellas, let's get in the music business. It can't be that tough, right, Vinny?
Yeah, that's about it, yeah.
You don't have a clue. You need a partner. And I'll tell you why. This isn't a game to me. It's my life. And I can get you in to see Trevor Benton and 100 guys just like him. Suzette, it's Bobby T. Sooner than you think. Listen, a very good friend of mine just bought Dead Dog, Vinnie Terranova. Good-looking guy. Maybe. Listen, we want to get together with Trevor. You say that again?
Hello? Yeah, Friday at 10 will be fine. Thank you. Call me tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Who is it?
Little Richard. Bobby Travis. Been chasing the brass ring for nearly 20 years.
Managed his first band in Trenton and promoted concerts in Monmouth College.
For which he was invited to leave in 1971. Slight snafu over ticket receipts. Now he's on the corporate level trying to promote records to at least a dozen different labels. And I'm sure he passed around his fair share of payola.
What, did he run over your cat, too?
You know, we've had this company for 24 hours, and you already got yourself a partner. He is a hustler, Vince. The OCB cannot afford to have him on the payroll.
Frank, I don't know this business, and I don't know the players. Travis does.
Strictly small time.
He's a start.
Vince, what did you promise him? I want to know what the OCB is on the hook for.
You get phone calls in an office. No salary, no expenses. Anything you generate for the company, we split 60-40. I get the 60. You know what I want, Bobby? You know what I really want? I want to turn this company into a force in this business. I want the big boys to know that Dead Dog lives.
You don't even know who the big boys are.
Yes, that's true. That's why I'm giving you 40%.
Well, you better go home and get some sleep.
For what? It's in the middle of the afternoon.
You're going to need all the rest you can get. You want me to teach you about this business? Class doesn't start till after dark. Chucky, I'm back in the business. I'm the senior vice president of Dead Dog Records. Did I laugh at you when you brought the drugged-out biker into my office? Everything was 20 years ago. You know the phrase, what goes around comes around? No, I'm not threatening you, Chucky. I'm fantasizing.
That's pretty good, Bobby. What is that, a new dance or what?
Nah, it's nothing. It's just a forget me, forget you ritual. What's your driver's name?
Mac.
Mac, Bobby Travis, Jersey Turnpike South. The music business is rife with ritual, Vinny. The first being, forget who you left in the dust and concentrate on who's up ahead trying to forget you.
Yeah. That ritual is not exclusive to the music business.
What's out in Jersey?
The graveyard of the Industrial Revolution and the toddlers of rock and roll.
So what's this?
The birthing room.
Birthing.
This is your control group.
What?
The market, your audience. It's all here. These are the customers you got to feed if you want to make it in the music business. 2 beers.
Oh, got it.
Everybody here is hungry, Vinny. Hungry for sex, starving for success. My guess, everybody goes to bed with an empty stomach.
This isn't my first time in a rock and roll band, you know.
You've been here as a customer. This is your first trip as a pickpocket. Everybody in this joint's going to spend $200 this year on cassettes and CDs. Vinyl is over. Now, if you want to compete for that $200, Vinny, you better know the market.
Sounds like a lot of money for this crowd.
Music drives their dreams and desires. And at this age, dreams and desires are your most precious possessions. You tap into that, Mount Moolah.
What about this band here?
This beer will last longer than they do. Let's go. You want to talk about the band? On a good night, they probably make $500. Now that's split 5 ways, plus a manager. It's probably one of their brothers.
Thanks.
Meadowlands, Mac. That's $80 a man, less the cost of gasoline, van, instruments. I figure per man pre-tax net of $20 and all the sex you can handle. Unless you're the drummer, of course, in which case you go home alone. Were you a drummer, Vinny?
No, I played a little bass.
Oh, low notes.
Yeah.
You're a lucky man. But the truly lucky end up there. 70,000 people paying $17.50 a head. $1.2 million for one night. It rains money. They sell them the music. They sell them posters, T-shirts. A guy could make a fortune selling the same crap outside the stadium without a licensing deal. But you'd know about that, wouldn't you?
As in I'm a gangster.
As in?
Yeah. Let me ask you something. You ever think to yourself, hey, I'm a pretty smart guy. Why is my career in the dumper? I mean, let's face it, Bobby. You wouldn't have latched onto a wounded animal like Dead Dog if you had your act together.
Well, I ask myself why my career's floundered on occasion. I mean, I've had ups and downs.
The answer's simple. You got a big mouth. Nobody likes a big mouth. Yeah, the Meadowlands. Where do you go from there?
You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view.
Scotch and beer. You recognize her, Vinny?
This is a song I just wrote.
Diana, we pay you to play what we know.
Diana, take a break.
Buy around for the house. Buying around for the house, all right?
Bobby Travis.
Hey, sweet thing.
Hey.
Join us.
Hey.
It's Vinnie Terranova, friend of mine, Diana Price.
Nice to meet you, Vinny.
Likewise. How you doing?
Good. So, are you as miserable as we are?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, too bad. One more member and we could start our own chapter of Hard Luck Anonymous.
Vinny's just a pal. He wants to learn a little something about the music business.
You're not a reporter.
No?
Good.
Diana went double platinum 4 times when she was with Jargon.
Yeah, I remember that group. You were terrific.
Thanks. I'd like to think I still am.
You are. She sold 40 million records.
40 million that we know about.
Probably half that again in cleans.
What are cleans?
The records that are pressed at the plant and shipped out the back door. They don't exist in the ledgers, but they're sold retail, usually in foreign markets. The money goes straight into phony accounts.
Whose phony accounts?
Guy who owns a pressing plant. Record executive who has an arrangement with a distributor. Lots of people play that game. So, Diana, are you writing again?
It's all I know how to do.
You gonna record?
How can I? My contract's with Dead Dog Records, currently owned by the DEA. I put so much into hoping things would work out with them. You know, Bobby, nobody else would sign me. Wouldn't give me an hour in the studio to try anything.
I might be able to get you 2 days in the studio to try something.
Who are we kidding? We both got booted from the bus. We chase it and we just choke on the fumes. I gotta get back. Will you stay a while?
Oh, we got a couple stops to make, but just wanted to say hi.
Okay.
Hang in there, Diana.
Thanks. Nice to meet you, Vinny.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Bumps in the road no matter how big you get, huh?
She used to be a superstar, and now she works for you. Life can be cruel.
I understand getting hot and then going cold. But how do you go dead broke? She must have made a fortune.
She didn't make a dime. He did. Stop the car, Mac. Sir Winston Newquay lives behind those walls, Vinny. He's made $1 billion in the music business. When Diana was hot, she was on his label. And he was her personal manager. He gave her just about enough money to feel invincible, and then, as soon as the sales level off, dropped her without so much as a thank you.
Well, what did he do, rip her off with cleans?
Rumor has it, he made $40 million worldwide on cleans of Diana's records.
Wow.
You ever try to do an audit in the Philippines?
But she was still making a fortune, wasn't she?
No, she was generating a fortune. It wasn't hers. Let me tell you something, Vinny. The artist pays for everything. Cost of recording, cost of touring, cost of video, cost of paper clips. You could generate $100 million and still wind up with lint in your pockets. And that's the gold ring for guys like us, if you're ruthless enough.
Does Newquay know how far Diana's sunk?
Oh, I'm sure. They used to be lovers. Let's go, Mac.
Thanks for the education.
We're gonna get rich together. I mean it.
Where to, Vinny?
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see
One cup soda, please.
in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes.
Tell her to play one of her new songs. Who the hell are you? I'm your orthopedist. And tell her you're sorry for being rude before.
Diana! Play one of your new songs. And, I'm sorry about being rude before. Go on, play.
That's good. That's very good. You know, you can be a real nice guy when you want to be.
Whenever I collapse, whenever I fold in your arms, that's when I know I'm holding you within my grasp. Whenever I feel trapped, held by the inescapable, I try to put my mind at ease, protect the heart worn on my sleeve. That's when I feel brand new. I'm looking on the bright side. I've got my visuals, looking on the bright side.
Vinny, will you give me a hand? Never mind.
What's that stuff?
Tools of the trade. Blank contracts, dead dog letterhead, business cards. I found them in storage. You know, we're going to need a secretary, and I know some exceptional talent in that area.
Hey, stop just a minute. I want to make a record.
A what?
I stopped by back at the club last night. I heard Diana Price's song. It's good. It's really good.
Don't get hung up on quality, man. We'll go broke.
Yeah, well, it's my money.
Then let's spend it on commercially viable talent. You want to make a record? Let's make a record with some of the acts I'm in the process of lining up. Acts with life in them.
Diana Price got shafted by this company.
You didn't own it then.
Yeah, but I own it now. And I own the responsibility to live up to the agreements it made.
Look, you want to spend a couple bucks a week on her? I can get behind that. But we got to put our energies where it's going to pay off. It's the publishing company, the catalog, and the masters, Vinny. Those things and my expertise and contacts are what makes Dead Dog marketable.
To whom?
Remember the big house we saw last night? 15,000 square feet built on a foundation of forgotten talent? Winston Newquay's house? I can sell the catalog to him. That's where the juice is, Vinny. Not trying to raise Mrs. Lazarus from the dead.
All right, Bobby. All right. You're right. You mind that catalog. But listen to me. You keep your evenings free. Because I'm making that record.
You don't have a clue. All right. It's your money.
Right.
You got to get studio time. You got to book musicians. You got to have an engineer. You need a producer. Without a producer, you might as well cut in your bathroom on a cassette machine.
Well, who's the best producer you know?
Johnny Medley.
Johnny Medley. What'll he cost?
$20,000, but he's booked for the next year and a half.
We'll find the time.
He's doing 2 albums and a movie soundtrack.
For $30,000, he'll find the time. It's just one song.
A record has 2 sides.
Yeah, well, it's my money.
That is Dead Dog's money. That means it's OCB money. That means you have no right to spend it.
Frank, this money was confiscated from Ernesto Herrera. It's drug money. Ethics don't even enter into this.
Intention does. Now, in case you're confused about that, let me clear it up for you. Dead Dog is a front. You are not supposed to make records. You are supposed to make arrests.
If I don't do the first, I can't do the second.
$30,000 for a producer?
Yeah, but he's the best there is.
I don't care. I don't care if he is Quincy Jones.
Frank, let me enlighten you about something here. In this business, they judge you by the size of the splash you make.
$5,000 for a recording studio, $12,000 for musicians, thousands of dollars for rental equipment I can't even pronounce the name of.
Frank, the top people in this business live in fortified mansions. If they don't think I'm playing in their league, they will ignore me. Diana Price was a huge, major star. Now, every week, some magazine wants to do a story about her fall from grace, but she's got the goods, and she's got the talent. And we got the resources to make one beautiful record. Now, you do have a choice here, Frank. You can either leave that money in Dead Dog's account, or you can use that money to open the most important doors in this business.
You do not know anything about making records.
Yeah, well, I gotta go, Frank. Get a dinner with my producer.
You got what was your producer? I got dinner with my producer?
It's all right, Frank. Want to come watch us record later? I'll leave your name at the door, okay? Oh, Frank, wear leather, okay? Love you, babe.
Camptown ladies, sing this song. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Camptown racetrack 5 miles long. Oh, the doo-dah day. Gonna run all night. Gonna run all day. Camptown ladies, sing this song. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Be ashamed of yourself. Grown man playing with a damn fool thing like that. Be ashamed.
I'd fire you if it wasn't for this gumbo. You know that. Bobby, you ever had Bettina's gumbo?
Oh, yeah. It's one of my sweetest memories.
Bettina's gumbo is made from the fruit of the sea and the nectar of the gods.
And okra.
Go ahead, Tony.
We thank you, Father, for this food which we are about to receive in your Son's name. Amen.
Oh. Vinny? Come on, man. Beats the hot sauce.
No, thank you.
Go ahead, man.
No, thanks. I'm fine.
Okay. Bob. Bobby tell you I produced Diana's first album?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man. We had a blast on that one. She had this one cut. Heart of Hearts was written as this really go-for-the-throat, hard-driving tune, you know what I mean? But the melody line was like, got melodic. You know, so I said, baby, we just got to let this thing play itself, right?
What's the one with no rhythm section?
Yeah. Just a piano and the lead vocal, just slightly wet, just slightly moist, you know. I didn't even tell her we were rolling tape. I just said, just run it down, baby. We'll just run it down one time. One take, double platinum. So, Bobby tell you the terms of my deal? Oh, no, he couldn't. We didn't run him down. Look, the $30,000, that's against 7 points. After that, I have an option on the album, $200,000, and that's just a fee. That's not, an advance on my points. That's just my fee. Obviously, no cross-collateralization, right?
I'm going inside now.
Is there more to do?
Just a little.
Okay, I'll be in a minute.
Night.
Good night. Bye.
By the way, the minute you start to recoup, the second you recoup, you pay me from record 1. I'll be back in a second. This won't take long.
Hey, Bobby, did you see how much she drank? Why would a guy let his daughter do something like that?
His daughter? It's his wife.
What?
16 going on 35.
If the garden plot is a right triangle, with side A being 10 feet long and side B being 14 feet long, how much fencing would you need for side C?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Which is?
The Pythagorean theorem. They don't care if you know what to call it. They just want the answer.
I love you, baby.
Me too.
Diana Price, huh? She's, It's a joke! Making half a single?
Well, maybe it is, but you're going to do it anyway. And you're going to do the best job that you can.
Oh, man, she is over. Don't you get that, man? She got something on you. Or you must be paying off, or maybe you're just, sleeping with her. I don't know. Why are we doing this? Oh.
Now, the reason I'm doing this is none of your business. The reason you're doing it is because you have $30,000 of my dollars, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're right. Yeah, that's right. Now, listen, I just want to understand. You're this big monster, right? So I'm supposed to be afraid. Is that right? I'm not afraid. You got a gun, monster? Huh? You got a gun? Come on, let's see it. Come on. Come on!
I don't need a gun with you.
Oh, no? Well, you see, I got a gun.
Whoa, Johnny, put that thing away.
I got a gun. You got a gun. All guys chilling got guns. I'm protected. All right, Vinny? I'm protected. Me and Tanya, we're protected. You're not going to get me without paying a price. They kill them all. Oh, Jesus. No protection? Sure. His bathtub. Sam Cooke. Uh-oh. John Lennon. Man, dreaming lyrics. All talent dies. Airplanes gotta stay away from airplanes. Otis, man. Ooh, airplanes love taking rockers out. Buddy Ritchie, Leonard Skinner, half those guys. Ricky Nelson. Go on. Go on.
For this, I paid $30,000.
He's going to be great.
Yeah.
Won't you tell him, please, to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me.
Hi. How you doing?
Okay.
It's, Vinnie. Vinnie Terranova, remember?
Yeah, Vinny.
Yeah.
You have a flat or something?
No. Can we talk for a minute?
Yeah, unless that's over, we could talk all night.
Yeah, great, good.
Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Listen, I heard your song the other night. I came back.
Why?
I owe you.
Nice to hear somebody else say that for a change. You don't even know me.
I own Dead Dog Records. And I got it worked out where you can come back in the studio and record. Well, I think that song of yours might be a hit. And if it is, you can get out of dumps like this one here. It's gonna be great. I got it all set up. Johnny Medley's gonna produce it.
No. What are you doing here? What do you want?
I don't want anything.
You want to extend my contract, don't you?
I'm trying to do you a favor. And ease my conscience at the same time.
You don't know me. Do you know what it takes to prepare to go into the studio?
Well, it sounds to me like you've been preparing for that for 10 years.
I'm not ready to record. Material isn't ready. My voice is... I'm working on the material. I'm working it out here.
Oh, come on, Diana. The only thing this jerk lets you play is somebody else's hits.
How do you know I don't like it? How do you know it's not what I want to do?
Maybe it is. Maybe this is where you want to be. You know, because when you're playing somebody else's songs, when nobody's listening, there's never a possibility for failure. You can be safe here, if safe is what you really want. But your talent hasn't left you, Diana. Only your audience has. All I'm trying to do is give you an opportunity to get that back.
You have to keep thinking you're going to get that one last shot someday. You're going to record again someday. They'll want your music someday. Well, when someday's the day after tomorrow. There's no last shots to think about.
Then you better make this one count.
What's the problem? All right, Steve, give me a different bass patch, all right? Something a little more analog. Adam, you want to play them like they're drums instead of garbage cans? This. It's a garbage can.
How much is that thing he just broke?
$2,500. It's a good night. So far, only $7,000 in damages.
I asked for an M1, right, Bobby? Right?
I don't think I like this guy very much.
Okay, take 12.
Count it off, Adam.
Whenever I fold in your arms, that's when I know I'm holding you.
Diana, loosen up.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you want these guys to pump, you got to lead them. You know that, right?
I know. This isn't my first time in here.
Well, good. Well, let's try and make it so it's not your last. Go ahead.
Okay, take 13.
Go ahead, Adam.
Am I missing something here? What was wrong with those earlier takes?
A little something with each one. Listen, Johnny's nuts. He's got great ears. He's a master in the studio.
You got a second, pal?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Whenever I feel trapped.
What are you doing here? Frank is pulling what's left of his hair out. This gig's costing $50,000.
It's all right. I had to talk with him.
He knew if he'd come down there himself, he'd lose it. I'm a surrogate beggar. I'm begging you, please, watch the money.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Now you've been begging. You mind if I stay?
Yeah.
Vinny, I had my own band when I was in college.
I don't know. Everybody's in show business. Yeah, come on.
Ray.
Should we ask for project somebody in?
What's going on, Bobby?
Just spending your money. Diana can't get it together.
Well, how about a little bit of, you want a little bit of, look, it's nothing, it's not a big deal. Look, I'm not letting you have some. Okay, well, look, no problem. Obviously, you're not cutting it. Do you want to, because you obviously don't have it. Why don't you want some?
Johnny, come here. Come here.
I don't want any drugs or any booze in this place. You hear me?
Okay, fine. It's your money. But if we don't get her to shake loose her fear, we're going to be here for the next millennia. I've got a session in about 2 years, and I'd like to be able to make it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. By the way, Vincent, your buffet table stinks. If you want to get the most out of your players, you got to think about their health.
Sorry, Johnny. Next time we'll bring Pablo.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
I want an apology, Travis. I want an apology.
Apologize, Bobby.
Why should I?
Because I told you to.
Sorry.
Thank you. I want him fired.
I am not firing
Oh, yes,
him.
you are firing him or else I quit.
Would you please be reasonable?
I don't have to be reasonable. I'm a genius. Now, either he goes or I go. It's as simple as that.
We don't have to behave like children, do we?
Fine. Look,
This is my domain here, right? I decide what goes on in here. Not you, not him.
Would you wait a minute?
you've lost your opportunity with me.
We have a contract.
Well, have your lawyer call my lawyer. Give me the chart.
Johnny, please.
Don't beg. Show some dignity, Tanya.
Yes, come here. Would you just wait outside for a minute, please? Thank you. Look, I am paying for this room, which means that it's my domain, and you are misbehaving in it. Now, the first thing you're going to do is clean up this mess.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can go to...
Oh, that's good. I like how you look with your face on your food. You petulant little twerp. Now, listen to me. This is not a sandbox. This is a business. And you have assumed an obligation to it, and you are going to live up to it. Now, you clean up this mess, and you get back to work. Bobby, you get the rest of the band back in here. Let's go. Let's go! Where does it hurt?
I stood in here, looked out there, and I realized this is it. This is my last chance. If it doesn't work, that's it. I'm not afraid to do this. What I'm afraid of is doing this for the last time.
Diane, if you don't do it now, you have done it for the last time. We're all here for ourselves. So you do that too. You do it for yourself. These guys don't matter. The only thing that matters is that you feel it. Okay, what do you say? Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Go get him.
Okay.
Lovely job, Johnny. Lovely job.
Nice move. I think he scared deaf and dumb.
Don't just stand there with your mouth hanging open, Johnny. Produce me a record.
Okay, let's carve this turkey.
All right. Okay, take 14.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Whenever I collapse, whenever I fold in your arms, that's when I know I'm holding you within my grasp. Whenever I feel trapped, held by the inescapable, I try to put my mind at ease, protect the heart worn on my sleeve. That's when I feel brand new. I'm looking on the
Might be
bright
something.
side.
Nothing else. It's definitely an experience.
Got my visuals. I'm looking on the bright side. My 2020's true. I'm
You did it, Diana. There might actually be something on there worth the $50K we spent tonight. You want to go get something to eat?
Nah, Bob, you got it.
Oh, come on. I know this Cuban joint.
Oh, I'm too tired to eat. Thanks for everything, Bobby.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to Vinnie for a few minutes.
All right. You did it, Diana. You were great. Vinnie, catch you tomorrow.
Good night, Bobby.
On the bright side.
I've known you all 24 hours, and you may have changed my life.
Hey, don't lay that on me. I'm just honoring a dead dog debt. Yeah, I think I got to change the name of this company.
Yeah. Well, you felt great tonight once I got past the fear.
That's good, I'm glad. But don't make a big thing out of it. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Something good comes out of it, well, then great. If not, well, we move on. But you don't give up. And you don't let fear drive you from your talent. Huh?
I'm looking on the bright side.
Tonight on Wiseguy.
She's dead in this business, Johnny. You know that.
I'm sorry, I can't help you with that price.
That dog is on the block.
I'll cut you for it.
$20 million, Travis. That's more money than you'll ever see again in your life.
How much of my soul do I have to sell, Vinnie?
None of it. Diana, it's Cinderella time. This is the moment.
Presently preparing an album.
Dead dog. I take 2 weeks vacation and come back to find the OCB turned into American Bandstand. Whose lame brain idea was it to get us in the record business?
OCB had a confiscated jet. Drug enforcement needed it, and they had a confiscated record company in their inventory, so McPike made the swap.
We've been snookered. Where is McPike?
He had a week off. I think he's in Nags Head, North Carolina.
He should be in Knucklehead, North Carolina for making this deal. Why on earth do we need to own a record company? OCB's done an exemplary job of uncovering payola.
Paul, payola's an old tune. What I'm interested in are cleans. See this? You know what this is? This is cash money. Only the government doesn't print it, record companies do, by the millions. Now, let's say this CD here is Paul Beckstead's new hit version of Love Stinks. Okay? Now, the record company says that they're selling 1 million units worldwide. But what they don't tell you is that they're printing 2 million units and shipping the second million out the back door. Cash and carry to distributors all over the globe, and it never shows up on the books.
The performers as songwriters are swindled out of royalties. The United States of America is fleeced out of taxable income.
And unprincipled businessmen line their pockets at everybody else's expense.
How big is this racket?
Maybe $500 million a year. That's a conservative estimate.
We have to own a record company to bust this up?
Well, I don't know that we can bust this up, but you got to be perceived as a player to get in the game. Go ahead, Mark.
Dead Dog Records, confiscated from a Colombian cocaine kingpin who was smitten with showbiz. Assets, 5-year lease on modest office space, $25,000 in cash. Publishing catalog and mastered worth an estimated $6 million. 1 stretch limousine, and 1 master recording of Diana Price's Bright Side. Value yet to be determined. OCB has signed over sole ownership of Dead Dog to Vinnie Terranova. There is 1 unsalaried employee, Robert Travis. 20 years experience in the music business, no criminal record.
Why is he involved?
Because I don't speak the language, Paul. Travis does. I can learn from him. He's smart, he's ambitious. He does have a big mouth. He tried to buy Dead Dog Records, but he couldn't get the money together. My first day setting up shop, he pushed his way into the office. I couldn't get rid of the guy. He set up the deal for Diana Price's song.
Cost? $60,000 of Dead Dog's money.
You mean OCB's money? This is private enterprise. Strictly taboo for the federal government.
It's a sting, Paul.
You are duping Robert Travis and Diana Price. You have the federal government manipulating private citizens.
Paul, will you please let me play this out? I think I can discount the catalog and Diana's master enough to sell the company along with me to a major label.
Travis?
Well, he's part of the deal. Once he's inside, he can hustle his own career.
Diana Price?
Well, she's playing piano in some dive in Jersey. Her career couldn't get any worse.
I'm reluctant.
I want it, Paul.
You want it?
Yes, sir, I do.
You got it.
Oh. Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Well, I got to rock. I got a meeting with Isaac Twine. Shakala Records. Here you go, Mark. Here, Paul.
What's this?
Yeah, I hope it's your size. It's extra uptight. Come on. Thank you.
Bobby! Hey!
Good to see you.
Oh, man. Isaac Twine.
Let me turn over.
I know. Oh, man. I love a man with brass, you know. I mean, anybody willing to put himself and his money into a crapshoot business like this has got my admiration. Hey, sit down. Can I get you a drink?
No, thanks.
So, Isaac,
Yeah.
listen to Diana's tape. What'd you think?
Bobby, that's such a long shot, you know.
She still got it.
Yeah, but does anybody still want it?
Oh, come on, man. You know the kind of heat we can generate around Diana's return.
Maybe one day's worth of curiosity.
Maybe a renaissance.
Oh, maybe. Bobby, you only sent me 1 cut. I don't even have a B-side to release it as a single. I gotta fill out 9 more cuts to make an album. What are we talking here? $500,000?
She's got fans out there.
Yeah, but her fans don't buy music. Their children do.
Excuse me. We have Johnny Medley set to produce.
Yeah.
Donnie's voice is pure honey. But I wouldn't even know how to promote it without spending a fortune. No, it's just too risky, man.
The album is not the only part of the deal, Mr. Twine.
Call me Isaac. Hold on. Come on. Yeah! Oh, baby, I love it. This will just take a sec.
Mr. Newquay's office.
Isaac Twine.
One moment, Mr. Twine.
Congratulations, Isaac.
I got you, Winston!
Actually, this makes us even.
But being even with me is probably a victory in your book. See you tonight.
Oh. Now, well, you see, I'm sorry, I can't help you with Diana Price.
Dead Dog is on the block.
The publishing catalog?
All of it.
What's the deal?
Independent employment contracts for Travis and me, completion of Diana Price's album, the release and promotion of it, the catalogs and the masters. 4.5 for the whole package. Now that is a bargain.
Well, that is certainly baked. I'll cut you for it.
Excuse me?
I thought you were a gambling man.
All right. How about double or nothing?
9 million?
Yeah. 9 million or free.
9 million. I don't think so.
Thought you were a gambling man. Well, there is a deal to be made here. Good to meet you.
You too, Vinny.
Okay.
We'll talk, Travis. Hey, Vinny.
Yeah.
What are you holding?
Take it easy.
Claudia?
I'm in the dressing room.
Claudia.
I want a mural on this ceiling. I want some billowing clouds and a turquoise sky and some soaring... Winston, they've got your pants. You can't go out like that.
Fix her.
Yes, Mr. Newquay.
Mr. Newquay, Robert Travis is here.
Travis.
Winston, this is Vince Terranova.
Mr. Terranova.
Mr. Newquay.
Fresh kill. Louis XIII. I listened to as much as I could tolerate of Diana Price's demo. You're wasting your money and my time.
You know the kind of press coverage Diana's return will bring.
I made my decision.
Mr. Newquay, we're thinking...
Mr. Terranova is new to us, Bobby. Why don't you, as succinctly as possible, make your pitch?
Dead Dog Records, the R&B publishing catalog, masters from Lincoln Coal House and Rybone Walker.
I know the list.
Market value $6.8 million.
4.5 million, Bobby.
5-year lease valued at $500,000.
Fine.
All assets and inventory are available for $4.5 million, plus 2-year employment contracts for me and Vinny.
And Diana Price's album.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, I just figured. If I'm in the right uniform, I got a better chance of playing on your team.
Who do you think you are, insulting me in my own house?
I think I'm the one who's insulted. You know, I drove an hour out here to meet you, and you greet me without even a glance. You refuse to talk to me directly, and you insult my associate by interrupting his presentation.
I know where you come from, Mr. Terranova. I'm not surprised by your vulgarity, nor am I intimidated by your reputation.
I can only guess where you come from, pal. But sure as hell ain't the House of Lords, as you suggest here. Now, you got a better chance of convincing me you're from the House of Clams in Secaucus, New Jersey. So when you come down off the conceit, or out of your playpen here, you give me a call, okay? Travis, the coach, awaits. Ta-ta.
Really nice caps, Winston.
Between Newquay and Twine, I think you got to go to clown college to get to the top of this business.
If you wanted sanity, you should have bought a bowling alley. There are other labels.
Are there any bigger?
Nobody's bigger than Newquay. But you leaped over the line with the drop your drawers gag.
Are you taking my record to Winston?
Hey, we're trying to put together the right deal.
Not with Winston.
This is not your worry.
Yes, it is. Diana. I'm not trying to keep any secrets from you when it involves your career. We're trying to make the best deal we can, and yes, we went to Newquay.
How much of my soul do I have to sell, Vinnie?
None of it.
Winston and I were lovers. I know him. He's Lucifer incarnate.
I dealt with a lot worse, believe me.
You have no idea.
Honey, we've got to make waves. We got to let people know you're back and back big. You know that.
Hey, wait a minute. What was the deal with the tux? Newquay told Twine he'd see him tonight. Why was he getting all dolled up?
Geopolitical economics Newquay style. He's throwing a big bash tonight for some glasnost rock star.
Is it a big deal?
So big, I couldn't get an invite.
Is there going to be press there?
Tons of it.
Well, we got to go.
You stand a better chance of becoming a nun.
We're going. Diana will get us in.
I can't.
Diana, it's Cinderella time. You want to spend the rest of your life in that roadhouse in Jersey. This is the moment. Don't give yourself a memory you don't want to look back on.
Tonight, I can officially announce that Radiance Recording has entered into an artistic relationship with Mr. Anatol Ulyanov, one of the most popular artists in the Soviet Union.
I got Winston today. Nailed him for 10 grand on the sumos.
Isn't it amazing how Winston always seems to discover the new talent?
Ulyanov wasn't discovered. He was invented. All right, Gorbachev comes to New York. The networks eat him up alive. Even the cabbies are calling him Mike. So, Winston buzzes his friends at the State Department. They call somebody at the Russian Ministry of Culture. And 3 months ago, Ulyanov was a lounge singer in Minsk. Today, he's the second coming of Julio.
Oh. So why aren't you doing the same thing? You go to South Africa, find a really hot-looking kid in Soweto who can carry a tune, turn international politics into a commercial venture of your own. Of course, it would mean missing the 6th at Belmont.
That sounds fantastic, but doesn't it hurt?
Excuse us, will you? I had you produce Diana's demo.
That's right, Winston.
I heard she clutched in front of the mic.
It's a good record.
Who's next for you? Cherry Vale? She's dead in this business, Johnny. You know that. I heard this guy Terra Nova paid you $30K. Here's to art. If you're wondering how you'll get him into bed, his royalty structure's already locked. You'll have to try another approach.
You guys go ahead of me. I'm a little camera shy. I'm right behind you.
Over here. Diana. Fellas! Fantastic to see you all again. In case word hasn't reached you, I would like to announce that Diana Price has just signed a long-term contract with Dead Dog Records, of which I am a partner.
What's she doing here?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in 8 years.
Look, get rid of her. Now.
What, in front of all these photographers?
In front of all these people. Now. Sam.
We're presently preparing an album which will bring Diana's unique sound to the millions of fans who have hungered for her music.
Great to see you. Diana. Haven't learned your lesson, huh? Let's take one of us together.
Wow, it's just like old times, isn't it? Oh, come on, Claudia. This crowd may be afflicted with numerous diseases, but Alzheimer's isn't one of them. She looks great, doesn't she?
How about a couple shots of Diana over by the ice sculpture, fellas? What do you say? You know, my marketing people, we're coming up with a merchandising strategy that's going to emphasize there's a new Diana Price to enjoy with a fresh new sound.
I don't think you understand me. That stunt you pulled at the house made me interested in you. I like an imaginative man.
That's good. Maybe we can still do business then.
No. What I don't like is a stupid man. And coming here like this was stupid.
Excuse me?
Vinny, I gotta hand it to you, man. This was the right move.
Newquay's a lit fuse.
It's a transient situation. He knows a marketable commodity when he sees one. Out of circulation 8 years. She walks into a room, turns back the hands of time. I love this business.
Who's that woman with Twine?
It's his wife, Amber. Sharp lady. Serrated, actually.
Do you know what the papers will say tomorrow? Did you take 5 seconds to think about what they'll say?
Why do you care?
Because I am Mrs. Winston Newquay. I am still Mrs. Winston Newquay, despite what you did.
For God's sake, that was 10 years ago.
And it'll be fresh news by tomorrow.
So what do you care? You can play the injured wife, and I'll be the bitch from Bayonne who slept with the boss.
Because it was the only way you could advance your career.
No, Claudia. Because I felt something for him. Even after he decided not to renew my contract. I didn't want to come here tonight.
Out of respect for me, no doubt.
No, out of pity for you. Because I know the only thing you have to hold on to, in addition to the gardener, is some press agent's image of yourself as queen bee of the ladies' lunches and charity.
Oh, I see. You'd like to destroy me.
No, I'm trying to survive.
Well, then do it without Winston. He is still my husband.
Only because he couldn't afford the divorce.
It's a party. Have some cake.
Get those photographers out of here. Get them out now.
Look what she did to me. Look at me. Look at me.
Come on. Are you all right?
Travis, you are going to regret this.
Hey, you okay, honey? All in all, I think it went really well.
Travis ruined my evening. Ruined his.
I'm just so sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Hey, if you're gonna crash a party, crash a party.
Bobby, you...
I don't want to stay by myself.
Stay at my place. You can have my bed. I'll sleep on the couch. We can talk about the album.
God, I'm a mess. I'm wearing the only food I got tonight. How about a slice?
Will you stop? Pull over right here.
Vinny, will you come with us?
Nah, I got some things I gotta do. Listen, let me know if he gets, frisky. Good night.
Vinny, what are you doing up?
Haven't you heard? I'm in the music business. What about you?
I'm an insomniac. What do you need?
Everything you can find on Winston Newquay.
Is tomorrow soon enough?
Yeah, tomorrow's perfect. Tell Frank I'll come to D.C., okay?
You got it, son.
Thanks, Uncle Mike.
So, the next step is we got to put together a band to go on the road. Now, I've been thinking about this. I think maybe we ought to get like an all-girl band or something, you know, kind of jazz it up a little bit. Oh, excuse me? Excuse us, I'm sorry.
Nice party, wasn't it?
Bobby, oh God, Bobby!
My nose. I think he broke my nose.
President? What do you mean you're making Travis president of Dead Dog Records?
It's the right move, Frank.
This might make him eligible for government insurance coverage.
Hell of a sting you're running, Vince.
Paul, this is a high-profile industry. I can't afford to be in the spotlight. Now, what do you got on Newquay and Twine? I gotta get going.
Winston Newquay. Born Samuel Fishbein. Newquay, United Kingdom, 1938. son of German working-class immigrants who came to Baltimore in 1943.
38? You mean to tell me this guy's 51 years old?
He goes to Zurich 4 times a year for blood doping and lamb cell injections.
What?
You know, it's what the rich do to stay young. Bah.
Dropped out of the University of Baltimore at the age of 16 in his senior year. Bounced around the Southeast as a disc jockey. Called himself Bobby Big Beat. In 1957, he was caught in part of a government payola investigation. Testified for immunity. In 1958, he signed a slew of R&B performers to personal management contracts, then formed Radiance Recordings. The same year, he legally changed his name to Winston Newquay. He and his wife, Claudia, a former casino showgirl, are sole owners of Radiance Recordings, which last year grossed $700 million. They have no children from the marriage.
Well, other than a 30-year-old payola problem, is he clean?
You could eat off of him.
No, thank you.
Mark, pull up Newquay's political file. Newquay is a maximum contributor to both major political parties. The short strokes are friends in high places. He isn't going to be easy to nail, assuming there is anything to nail him for.
Well, I always did love a challenge.
Now, look, your cover is not secure with this man. He is owed by politicians who have access to our files. I can't guarantee they won't discover you. And if they do, I can't guarantee they won't turn you out.
Twine and Newquay are investigated on a regular basis. Nobody can get anything on them.
Oh, yeah? Well, they haven't dealt with me yet. Guess take it easy.
Just be careful.
Yeah. When did he get so cocky?
I don't know. It's irritating, isn't it?
Hey! I don't want any drugs in this office, Travis.
I gave up the dummy dust along with my ex-wife. These days I'm snorting adhesive tape.
What happened to you?
Winston Newquay.
I'm getting fed up with this guy.
At least we got his attention. Where have you been? This place is falling apart.
I had other business to take care of, and you're being redundant.
Medley quit.
You can't quit. We got a contract.
Means nothing, babe.
What?
Those are his words. And Diana wants to bail.
Was everybody afraid of this guy, or what?
I know you're being rhetorical. The answer is yes. Except for Twine. He's nuts.
I'm sorry about your nose. It looks like I'm going to have to start talking to Newquay in good old Brooklynese, you know what I'm saying?
Vinny, don't make this a vendetta. Business and revenge do not mix.
You can be a real savvy guy sometimes, Bobby. Now, look. I am not anxious to get a lot of ink as another alleged mobster in show business, but we do need the ink. So what I'm going to do is appoint you president of Dead Dog Records. 60-40 deal is still the same.
Great. I'll send Newquay's guy over and give you 60% of this.
Yeah.
Vinny.
What?
Twine called you a couple times today.
Thanks. There's got to be somebody that's dealt with this guy without his tail between his legs. Yeah, Isaac Twine, please. Vinnie Terranova calling.
I like the way you make an entrance, man.
Yeah, well, that is not a universal opinion.
You mean Newquay? I thought he'd bust a gut when you brought Diana in there.
Yeah, she does draw a crowd, doesn't she? You want to talk a deal?
I'd love to talk a deal, but I've got cash flow adjustments through this quarter.
Well, that's not a problem, Isaac. Terms are easy. I think this deal might even end up paying for itself.
Okay, hustler. Come by my office at 9 tomorrow morning, and we'll talk.
See you tomorrow. Travis.
Come on. We gotta go right now.
What's the rush?
Remember you asked if anybody ever got the best of Winston Newquay?
Yeah.
One guy. One guy who doesn't talk to anybody, but he's talking to me.
Who?
You ever hear of James Elliott? 300 million records. The man is an icon. Creator of anthems that fired the soul of a generation. Elevated to a deity. Presidents quote him. People hear his voice and remember milestones in their personal history. It ain't a job you apply for. You worry about getting to the top. Once you get there, you worry about staying. Where James Elliott went is so far beyond the top, it's frightening. Especially to James Elliott. He's trapped in the inertia of God.
Mr. Travis and a friend are here.
Who's your friend?
Vinnie Terranova. Just bought into the business. I'm taking him on a tour of the industry.
There's plenty of monkeys in the zoo. Why raffle my cage?
Why not? How many sullen monkeys do I know? This is it. The promontory. The furthest reach. Gotta give him the full spectrum, Jimmy. What's it like at the outer edge of the envelope? Give us a pearl of wisdom. The ultimate insight. Come on, open up, be a pal. We'll go grab a dog, a couple beers, cruise for some strange. What do you say?
What do you want? Money?
Bags of it. But from you, I only want the biggest power cord in the world. Tell us what it's like in Zion.
Travis, the guy wants to be left alone. Let's go. Come on.
We're going up against Winston Newquay.
Oh.
Oh. What is that?
Any place in public, all I hear is, oh. I can't even use a public restroom without, oh. You've no idea how humiliating it is to look up and see someone peering over a stall at you.
Then why don't you give it up?
I have. They haven't. The art is euphoric, but being worshipped drains the humanity from you.
Yeah, well, look, I want to beat Newquay, and I need your help. I don't believe this. You know, this Newquay guy was smart to change his name. Who the hell would be afraid of a guy named Sam Fishbein?
How can I help you?
I want your name on a dead dog contract. Not for recording or masters or publishing or anything. All I want you to do is consult with me one day a month. Telepathically.
Mighty big headline in Billboard, Vinnie? James Elliott signs with Dead Dog. What's in it for me?
A pastrami sandwich.
Tell you what, one game of air hockey.
Try it. You see that?
No defense.
Well, that's it. You got me. I can't beat your game.
You don't need my signature, Vinnie. I once paid a guy $100,000 to get me everything he knew on Winston Newquay. You know what he got me?
What's that?
Sam Fishbein. When Newquay found out, he paid me every dime he owed me and every dime he ever will. He's one of those pathetic souls who hates his heritage. I'll sign with Dead Dog, Vinnie. I like my pastrami lean.
Yeah.
Hello, Sammy.
Jimmy? Jimmy Elliott?
I just wanted you to know before the papers get it. I just put my name on a contract with Dead Dog Records.
What? You did what?
Night, Sammy.
Hello? Hello? Herbert? Herbert, get in here.
What's the matter with you? What's wrong?
Crypto Trotskyite. I'm giving him $100 million and he signs with that punk from Brooklyn.
I told you to throw him out of there. It's that bitch, Diana.
Oh, shut up.
Won't you tell me to shut up?
What do you want?
You called for me?
Well, get out of here.
Tell me it was true.
She's
Caught him
had
a
hooks
bastard
you
and
from
they
the very
stabbed me in the
beginning.
back.
That
You only have to sing a
conniving
nursery
bitch,
rhyme
and you
to
didn't
get
have the
50
guts
million.
to throw her in the trash where she belongs.
Terranova.
No,
Two
she's
pinky rings and a
I'm
hairdo.
a whole Elliot thing.
I'm going to find out what his story is and make him choke on
Just to
it.
get back at me. Just to get back at me.
You. Why is it always you? It's not you. Because outside of a handful of liposuction experts, you do not exist.
You really are a pig, Sammy.
Don't call me that.
I chose my name, I chose my destiny, and I chose you. And that's the only you I give a damn about. You pull down 700 million and it'll be about you. Until then, it's me.
Mommy's hot.
You. It's always you.
Travis, I want you and Terranova to meet me at Cleo's in an hour.
I don't know, Winston. I got this problem with my nose.
Well, you get your nose over to Cleo's.
Why?
Because it's what I want.
I love you, Winnie.
Why did Elliot sign with Dead Dog? Terranova's a hood.
Do you love me?
Unless he muscled Jimmy. Threatened his kid. Elliot's afraid of him.
Oh, baby, come back to bed, huh?
Terranova. Find out who he knows and who he owes. Who's pulling his strings.
Mommy's out again.
If it's quick cash he's looking for, I'll wrap up Dead Dog, the catalog, Elliot, and Diana before they bring the eggs.
Good morning, Mr. Newquay. Your table's waiting for you.
Winston, how are you?
Hi, Walter. Oh, no, I can't stay. I just stopped by to encourage Walter to run for office.
Elected office?
Or wouldn't you rather be setting policy than carrying it out?
I think about it frequently. But seeking office is a full-time, unsalaried career.
Oh, money's no problem, Walter.
So you've got a vested interest in selling me Diana, huh?
No, I'm rich without her. I'm telling you, her voice has a resonance and a vibrance that it didn't have 5 years ago. It oozes sexuality, man. It's great.
You should pay more attention to politics, Isaac.
Hey, if you want me to be a clone of Winston so badly, why don't you just go for the real thing? He's sitting right over there.
I love you, Isaac. Okay, but all you care about is the rhythm and roll of the dice. Winston's always on the move. When's the last time you sat down with a federal prosecutor?
Aliquippa, 1967. I was plea bargaining an assault charge.
It's not funny. Winston lives on the make. He's always building.
Or tearing down. That man doesn't enjoy life. He's just obsessed by it, by me. Come on, you know I like my fun.
Yeah. Too much, my love.
Nobody likes working with him. I don't like working with him, Amber.
Well, you know, that's apples and oranges, Johnny. You're an employee who's fortunate and talented enough to pick and choose his employer. Now, we can't move on an opportunity because we're liking our fun. Winston's liking his power. Are you willing to defer your fee so Diana can finish the album?
We'll make a deal. Terranova will talk terms.
Terranova will talk terms. No, he's a businessman. He's going to cut the best deal he can. And Shakala Records is not in a position to compete with that.
That was fast.
Gotta move with the heat.
Mr. Newquay?
Call me Winston. Vince. We can get off to a fresh start.
Did you see the headline, Winston?
I think I knew about it before you did.
Really?
Elliot called me last night to give me the good news. Well,
damn. Is this possible?
Yeah, we just lost Dead Dog.
Doesn't say what the deal with Elliot is.
Yeah, what difference does that make? It's Elliot.
What's your deal with Elliot?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that right now.
Then you haven't closed it yet.
Let's cut to the quick.
Dead Dog, minus Diana Price and your employment contracts at 150% of market value. That includes the deal with Elliot.
But you haven't even seen it yet.
I'm sure I can live with it.
It's $10 million.
Fine.
No. Travis, Diana, and me are part of the deal.
No. 11 million.
These issues are non-negotiable.
And give me a figure at which they are negotiable.
15?
Is that it? Is that the figure?
Excuse me. Good morning.
Oh, you stopped by to gloat?
No. I have just been offered $11 million for Dead Dog Records. Minus Diana, Travis, and myself. And what I want to know is if you can match that offer and include us.
I'm sorry to say I can't.
Not even with favorable terms.
Terms a man in his right mind wouldn't risk.
Can you get Diana to my office in an hour?
Well, I don't know, Vin. There's certain things I have to consider.
Yes or no?
All right, fine. Yes, fine.
Thank you.
Don't worry. He's going to come around. I know the guy.
Mr. Newquay, I'll be in touch with you. Travis, let's go.
$20 million, Travis. That's more money than you'll ever see again in your life.
Come on, let's go.
Very vague way. I was threatened by the man who just left. If you know something about him for my own comfort and safety, I would be so very grateful. His name is Vinnie Terranova.
Got it.
What's the matter with you? What are you crazy or are you just a couple of fools? What are you doing taking Diana's song to Newquay? I could dismiss it out of you, Vince, okay? But Travis, you've been around the block. You know what's going to happen here? I know what's going to happen here, Diana. You know what's going to happen here. What's going to happen here is you're going to cave into Newquay's cash. Diana's album's going to get squelched. She's going to be out the back door, and I'm out $200,000, which I'm going to sue you for.
I thought you quit.
I said if you go to Newquay, I might as well quit.
Well, how about if I do business with Twine?
Hello? That won't work. Too late, pal. Newquay won't tolerate it.
You know, I really don't care what Newquay tolerates.
I guess I was right then. I guess you are a fool. I'll tell you what. Instead of producing an album for Diana, I'm going to be writing you a funeral hymn. We'll call it the Dimwit's Dirge, okay? You call my wife. Tell her where to send the mass card.
Okay.
How do I get out of here?
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
It's too rich to turn down.
Diana?
If you sell me off to Winston, I don't know what I'll do.
Robert?
It's so much money, Vinny. I don't know. I don't want Diana to get hurt.
Bobby.
I'd be willing to share half of what I get out of this with you.
Why?
Why not? We're kindred spirits.
I dreamed of making my music. Maybe I should dream of making money.
How important is it to you? To record, I mean.
Diana, it's whatever you want.
Why?
Don't make me embarrass myself.
Hello, Dead Dog Records. If it ain't a dead dog, it ain't barking. How can I help you?
Your Uncle Mike and I need to talk to you immediately.
About what?
We'll do that face to face.
Nephew, your aunt come by to pick up some tapes to listen to the current recording.
What current recording?
The one you're making as we speak.
Hold on a minute. Yeah. Forgot you guys are listening to everything.
The bugs are there for your protection.
I know.
All right, listen, I think you ought to go for the deal with Newquay.
I'm considering it.
Considering? You're on the verge of cracking through to one of the heaviest hitters in the business.
Twine is an overextended, rambunctious gambler with a finger on a self-destruct switch. He's willing to let it all ride on a whim.
I know. Everything's being examined.
All right, listen, Vince. Aside from that, I think you're doing a hell of a job.
Then why are you calling me?
I'm worried about you going soft for the soap opera.
You're projecting, dude. Rolly, okay?
Projecting, dude?
Diana, Bobby, I've made my decision.
Vinny. Welcome to Shakala Records. Oh, man, we're gonna kill together.
Yes, we are.
Travis, you got a home, baby. Come on, let me show you your new office. Come on.
Hey, come on, let's go. What's the matter with you?
It's cars you sell for no money down, not record companies.
Oh, come on, you worry too much. Relax.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, dudes. You made a deal with Twine.
That's right.
I thought I told you to go with Newquay.
Ah, yes. And Frank, honestly, I can't tell you how difficult it was for me to ignore you.
Yeah? Ignore this, Uncle.
Your file's been accessed.
You know him?
Yeah, he was with Newquay at Cleo's.
That's terrific, Vince. That's Walter Sawyer, U.S. Attorney on the make.
I've been compromised.
He made a routine request, he got a routine response.
So all he's got is my cover, right?
At the moment, you're just a hood in the databank, but what happens if he decides to dig a little deeper?
Well, let's hope he doesn't.
Can't be blasé about it, Vinny. It might be the music business, but doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
Newquay is checking up on you, and he's using favors for public officials to do it.
Well, then arrest him for malfeasance.
That'll be difficult. He's a U.S. attorney who made a routine request on a thug.
What if the next guy Newquay asks is a congressional aid?
Winston Newquay knows people who can get into the system deep enough to find out who you are. Now, maybe he doesn't know he knows, but it's only because he hasn't suspected anything yet. Do you have any idea what kind of jeopardy you're putting yourself in? This is not all rock and roll, dude.
Tonight on Wiseguy.
That little weasel is poaching on me.
You know, that guy is shameless.
What's shame got to do with this business, Vinny? You do what you gotta get done, or it gets done to you.
You're overmatched here, girlfriend. I'll rip your implants out.
Let's cut an album!
I don't have enough original material.
I mean it, Diana. You don't have to talk to anybody you don't want to.
Be the guy in the song, Vinny. Someone to watch over me.
I don't want you near her.
Did he hurt you?
He made love to me.
I feel good. So good. So good. I got it. Nice. Sugar and spice. I feel nice. Sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. 'Cause I got it. Come on, man. Sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. I got you. Ow. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Woo. Whoa. Love can't do me no harm. Ow. I feel good. So good, so good, 'cause I got you.
We're dealing with creatures from another planet, Paul.
This research project of Terra Nova's has already cost the OCB over $100,000, and we haven't taken our first mugshot. Where's all the counterfeiting, fraud, and corruption I've heard so much about?
Vinny's already inside Shakala Records. What more do you want, Paul?
For starters, Isaac Twine.
Isaac Twine owns Shakala Records, which swallowed Dead Dog, the company we're fronting for this operation. That means Vinny's working under Twine's umbrella. That gives him an insider view to an industry that is wall-to-wall corruption. $800 million worth of it a year.
And if I read the poop sheets correctly, the foremost receptacle of this money is Winston Newquay.
The former Sam Fishbein from the East End of London. He wanted to buy Vinny out and show him the door. Twine was willing to keep him in the business, where he will eventually do us some good, if you give him some time. How about it, Paul?
Why? So we can pick up some more Bobby Travis's bad habits?
Travis and Vinny have a record that's 85 with a bullet, Brightside by Diana Price. They have it a lot of people like to pick up.
You're pretty zen-like about all this. Since when did patience become one of your virtues?
Well, since when did it stop being one of yours? Paul, are you hesitant about this case because you think the music industry is nothing but a bunch of folks with chartreuse hair and bones in their noses?
I don't know. I hope not, but why can't they sing like Hank Williams?
I don't know. I wish they sounded like Chuck Berry.
So that's the blood-sucking freaks, huh? That sounds like great music for tearing down houses. Gonna sign them up?
I would if all I cared about was getting records played on college radio stations.
REM got started out on college radio stations. Look what they are now.
Well, good for them. They deserve it.
So the replacements, they're outrageous, high energy, and smart. But until their album scored this year, all that got them was a cult following.
Shakala leaves cults to bearded holy men in Oregon.
We want somebody who's going to break away from the pack. A monster.
All right. I promise. I won't rest till we sign the next Springsteen or Michael Jackson, all right?
Let us bow our heads and pray.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, you and Travis have to get Diana's name on the contract. I've been going through Dead Dog's files. It expires in 6 months. And with her record taking off, Newquay will probably sign her, even if he just wants to bury her.
She's all locked up.
Count on ink, not loyalty. Yeah.
Call for Mr. Terranova.
It's for you.
Thank you. Yellow?
Vinnie Terranova, Dead Dog's new owner.
In the flesh.
Monroe Blues the name. We got some business to take care of.
Strutting, honey? Guide in hand, could it be that Monroe Blue?
None other.
Oh, wow, man, I've been looking all over for you. You know, you are a great songwriter.
Wrote more major tunes than you got teeth and toes.
Yeah, listen, I got a singer that needs some material. You interested?
Damn straight. But I got no pencil. Where I am, they don't allow me to have any sharp objects.
Oh, well, what are you talking about? Where are you?
But it ain't the Waldorf, baby.
Well, if it ain't the Waldorf, where is it?
You tearing over?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for going my bill, man.
Yeah, sure.
Some valuables, huh? A wallet with 27 bucks in it. A ring that's probably not good enough for a Cracker Jack box. And this watch Mo Hempstead gave me instead of my royalties for strutting honey. You remember Mo?
No, but Strutting Honey was on the radio the first time I ever convinced Maria Fopiano to climb in the back seat with me.
You score? If you did, you got more out of the song than I ever did. That doesn't mean I don't care about it. My songs, baby, they're my real valuables. Yeah, man, I understand. Yeah, I got it. My lawyer said the cops are going to stick to that story about me being drunk.
Mm-hmm. And that you broke into a jukebox in some bar, scooped as much change as you could, and tried to outrun them in a chase that exceeded 90 miles an hour? Now get out of my chair.
Yeah, right, Chief. Man, 90. Whew. I didn't think that bucket of boats could romp and stomp like that. There wasn't no sea cruise I was on, man. Mm-mm. Wasn't no ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Man, I was P ever-loving old. You know that bar I was sitting in? You know what was playing on the jukebox? Strutting Honey.
Let's see, number 3 in the top 10, been on the chart 29 weeks. It's a great song.
Of course it is, baby. I wrote it 15 years ago. They kept playing it over and over again. The new version by that white group, Ice 9. Man, every time I put on the radio, there it is again. And I can imagine all those yuppie fools just wearing out their CDs playing it. You got any good scotch around here?
And why don't you stick to the subject, Monroe? You still haven't given me a legitimate reason why you broke into a jukebox.
I haven't got a dime in royalties off that mother. That legitimate enough for you?
Nothing, huh?
Man, don't play innocent with me. What do you take me for anyway? I don't like being jabbed in the hand with the rip-off stick.
Your problem is with Radiance Recording. Maybe you ought to have a little talk with Winston Newquay.
Newquay? Talk to him? You ever meet the dude?
Yeah, a couple times.
Then don't be stupid, man. Newquay wouldn't give me a picture of warm spit unless he needed a new song. Then he'll get all pearly and act like he never shucked me. What's to eat around here anyway?
Diana, there's always been a lot of rumors surrounding your career. Now, do you have anything to say about sleeping your way to the top? You and Winston Newquay were quite an item. Most people feel there's no way you can resurrect your career.
Hey, what?
Get the hell out of here.
Fine,
Go on.
Fine. Sorry for the trouble.
Percy, wait.
Some of the time, Travis.
This is the amateur hour. Vinny, what are you doing? Most people gotta go out of pocket to get in. He was gonna give it to us for free. Backbeat magazine has a readership of over 1 million fanatical music fans who spend mucho dinero on records and tapes, which, by the way, is what we're supposed to be doing for a living.
Didn't you hear those insulting questions?
Mr. Sensitivity runs a record company. Into the ground. Can we talk about this later? We'll straighten out your contract, too. I gotta run.
Where do you think you're going?
People to meet, dollars to reap. Ciao.
I hope you don't mind. I thought I'd work on some songs.
I mean it, Diana. You don't have to talk to anybody you don't want to.
Are you the guy in the song, Vinny? Someone to watch over me?
Yeah.
Mr. Terranova? Mr. Twine wants to see you.
Look, Gary, you're not listening to me here, all right? I said hold off on the accounts until the end of next month and then write it off as an advance against Jersey Turnpike's next album. Now, I don't know when they're going back into the studio. Well, it could be next week. It could be 3 years from now. Look, we're making music here, Gary, not sausage. All right, well, you let me know what you want to do, okay?
Hey, I was watching that.
Yeah, well, I can't hear myself think, Isaac. I'm trying to run a business here.
I'm running a business here.
How much you taking?
It's only $1,200 here. Will you just relax?
Relax? Relax, Isaac? We got more money going out than coming in. You're betting everything from sumo wrestling to surfing, and now we're in business with Travis and...
Let's all say the name now, shall we? That's Terra Nova with 2 R's. You want to see me, Isaac?
Yeah. Hey, let's take a little ride, see how your luck is still holding out, okay? Oh, you might check the game from time to time. I've got 5,000 riding on Argentina. They're the ones in the powder blue.
Thank you. Isaac, in 3 hours, we are entertaining 200 of the most powerful radio executives in this country.
They're not coming there for me. They're coming to see Diana.
Well, just the same, don't be late. And Vinny.
What?
Don't let him hand out any more markers.
Hey, that's not my problem.
Oh, yes, it is. He writes them on Shakala stationery.
Come on. Hello.
How are you doing?
It's fine. How about yourself?
Okay, how are you doing?
All right. Paulbert. Meet Benny Terranova, an associate at Shakala.
How you doing?
You know the rules, Isaac. 25,000 cash buys in. All previous markers must be paid.
Don't worry, it's all there. 115 G's plus my buy-in and Benny's too.
You're a prince, Isaac.
I don't remember you calling me that last week. It was something about my African origins and incestuous sex.
Best of luck.
I thought you were broke.
I was until yesterday. Now, don't tell Amber. There's a whole lot you got to learn about this business, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's a 40-60 split on your winnings. Now, any problem with that?
No, it's fine.
Anybody here got a light? Such a pretty glow. Okay. Now, what are we playing here?
Straight poker. Very serious.
Sounds good to me. Let's get into some trouble.
Come on, Diana, come on. You know the single's useless without an album. Come on. Look, I admit it, okay? I admit it. When I first went into that studio, when I went into that session, I thought that, you'd had it. You lost it. It was gone. You'd been away too long. But then I realized once we started to work that you had something magical, that between us, something magical was starting to happen. Now, I'm willing to push back everything on my calendar for you, baby, but you just got to give me something I can work out.
When are you going to stop doing that idiot powder?
It's dummy dust. It makes him stupid.
Oh, thank you. Mother, have you met my other mother? Mom, meet Mom. Mom. Okay, I'll stop as soon as I finish with this OZ, half of which is now a part of your carpet and your floor and etc. Diana, please make a record with me.
I don't have enough original material.
I can't believe this. What are you afraid of? You're the woman who took on Claudia Newquay, for crying out loud. That's something I've only fantasized about. I tried, but I know I can't take her. I know I can take Tanya. That's why I'm with Tanya, because I know her. Come on, Diana. You just need to relax and let yourself do what you know how to do. I'll take care of the rest. Trust me.
Took me a year to write that song. That rate would be 2001 before I had enough for an album.
No. Bad thoughts. Negative thoughts. No. Negative thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Music is like skiing. You're at the summit. All you need to do is just point your tips down and push off. Just whoosh.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't have enough.
All right, material. I know where you can get some material. Monroe Blue. He's in the lobby. He can come up with 10 songs in a weekend. All he needs is a felt-tip pen and a cocktail napkin.
Lay off it, Johnny.
What?
All I'm saying is you're pushing too hard. This isn't easy for her.
Oh, I'm pushing too hard? Oh, I'm pushing too hard. Well, I'm sorry. Pushing too hard? Sometimes when I see genius getting in its own way, I get a little wackadoo about it. And even though things are so clear to me, and they are with you, I need Tanya to help me realize that not everyone else sees it as clearly. Tanya's got more sense than anybody I ever met. 16 years old, she's got the wisdom of the ages. And the most beautiful eyes, and lips, and excuse me. So what do you say? Let's cut an album!
$55,000 for an hour's work. Ain't too shabby, huh? I believe we have a function, Vinnie. Thank you for your generosity, Winston. We gotta do this again real soon.
Just name the day, Isaac.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
For you, my man.
Hey, that's $500.
Ain't life grand?
Here you go, pal. Have a nice day, huh?
Look at them. Pigeons pecking at the record industry's version of popcorn. Program directors and music directors, Vinnie, the most powerful people in radio. And Isaac Twine's job here tonight is to get him to order up exactly what he wants.
And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting to see something like the last days of the Roman Empire. All there is yuppies sucking down imported water.
You're about 8 years late for the good times, pal.
Yeah, that figures.
You know, everything now's so antiseptic, even Tipper Gore wouldn't mind rubbing shoulders with us. But if it's loose women and drugs you want, I can always call up some old friends of mine, put a little something together.
Oh, yeah? Nah. I'm kind of a new wave guy anyway, you know what I mean?
Vinnie, where is Diana? This showcase is supposed to be for her. She pulls a no-show. It's going to take a lot more than the usual amount of graft to get any radio station in the country to play her record.
It's not like she hadn't broken hearts before.
You know, somebody ought to tell her that in this business, a second chance is a last chance.
Diana knows what's at stake. She'll be here.
She better be.
Here comes trouble.
Hi.
Well, hi. You look wonderful.
Hey, Jane.
That little weasel is poaching on me.
So throw him out. You must have somebody around here that does heavy lifting.
That's what he wants. An incident, some scene, anything to put him in the spotlight and that kid he's showing off.
Eddie Tempest.
I thought I read you were supposed to sign him.
We better greet our guests, shall we?
Sure.
Big mouth.
I like to hear it.
Sky!
Winston, how are you?
Have you met Eddie Tempest? I hear you're wearing out his new record. Sky Sherlock, Eddie. Program director of K-Thump Dallas.
Hi, Eddie.
Arbitron God.
That's nice. Where's the food?
You know how they are, Sky. Eat, sleep, and make little rock stars. Well, everything's going swimmingly. No Diana.
Perhaps you can explain to me your fascination with a piece of meat you have already chewed to the bone. Oh, thank you.
Your claws are showing, Claudia.
I don't want you near her.
Darling, I'm just here to push Eddie into the spotlight.
You are here to watch the second coronation of Diana's career, and you don't have a dime of it. Darling.
that can change.
And if it were to change, keep your fingerprints off any part of Diana except her money.
She just loves Diana's work.
Good to have you and Claudia here, Winston. Enjoy yourselves. Mi casa, su casa.
A new breeze blowing, Isaac. Excuse me. You've just got to hear this kid. Some other time, huh? It's Twine's party.
Eddie, baby. Now, did you mean...
That guy is shameless.
What's shame got to do with this business, Vinnie? You do what you got to get done, or it gets done to you.
Yeah. So how you coming with Monroe Blue?
Trying to get him together with Diana. In the meantime, I got him lined up a couple gigs, maybe get him some quick cash.
Vince, we need Diana here an hour ago.
She was at the office when I left. Maybe she still is.
Well, if she is, she's not answering the phone.
All right. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay? With Diana. See.
Damn.
Hey, come on. It didn't sound that bad.
Maybe we should have your hearing checked. I need songs, Vinnie, and they just aren't there.
Well, look, I tell you what. I did Monroe Blue a favor, and he owes me. And I think that he would love to write songs for you. Now, what do you say I try to get you two together?
Monroe's a great songwriter.
Well, can I take that as a yes? Good. Then why don't you take the rest of the night off? Because you're supposed to be somewhere else anyway.
I don't know if I can face that kind of pressure. I don't even know if I want to try.
Diana, didn't you tell me one time that was the price you had to pay for doing this? You did. Now, this thing tonight, it isn't for Twine or for the honchos at the radio stations. It's for you. It's your choice.
Well, when's she gonna get here, Isaac? I mean, a lot of these cats are primed for the street.
I got somebody bringing her here. Everything's copacetic, okay?
Hey, listen, if Diana doesn't show, you're gonna
get into trouble. You thought you found it, but you didn't just now because it
Hey, loud from the back.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, long time no see. Long time, that ain't the word.
How's it going? How's it going?
I'm good. Oh, listen, hey, have you met Tanya?
Yeah, no, I just about your wedding. A miniature golf course.
Yeah. Tanya,
if you'll excuse me.
Hey, no sweat. This is Timmy. He's a King Kong Bun.
I hear you're going to need a stand-in. I could have Eddie and the kids here do a quick set. They could borrow some instruments from the band.
10,000 says that Dinah will show.
10,000 against Eddie playing.
All right. Hey, man, how long we got to stick around
As
here?
long as I want you here. I'm trying to arrange an impromptu gig for you. The exposure would be incredible.
It's Diana Price's night. I didn't want to be here in the first place.
I guess this is our night to find each other in private moments, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. About ready to take off?
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Okay.
What were you looking for in here?
Well, I was just seeing if I was getting an honest count.
Are you?
I can't tell.
You never will.
Come now, Walter. Nobody's paying advances anymore. We'll buy the kid a stereo and pay the rent on the studio apartment. I'm afraid that's about it.
Well, no Diana, no surprise. At least you have the publishing catalog. What'd you say, Claudia? The Dead Dog Publishing catalog has some value. I hope that makes up for Diana not showing up tonight.
I haven't given up on her yet.
Honey, you're too smart ever to trust a bitch like Diana Price.
But you're forever the trustworthy pedigree lapdog. What? You're overmatched here, girlfriend. I'll rip your implants out. Claudia, I'm sorry. That remark was totally uncalled for.
Not at all. Not at all.
Please, Claudia.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize when you're right. I've spent a fortune on this facade. Can't hide that in front of a friend, I guess, huh?
Look, I was parrying my sword because I thought yours was drawn.
I was just trying to make friendly conversation. I guess I've forgotten how.
Look, we've both forgotten a lot of things about our lives. Maybe some of it's worth remembering. Well, that was a surprise. Maybe we ought to do that more often.
Well, more often than every 5 years. I think that'll be great. God, Amber. My life is just so empty. I feel like I've got to just reach in and pull it up by the scalp.
You asked for it, we got it.
No, I think you got better than I did.
So funny, I was just going to say the same thing to you.
No, you crazy Isaac. Isaac, my goodness, look at him. I mean, he's so full of life, and Winston is just Winston is a stalagmite.
We got him, didn't we? I mean, we set our sights, we fired.
What? What?
Do you remember our Riverside Drive rabbit hole? Brown water, no heat.
Rats and the roaches and the endless stream of 6th Avenue anal retentive weekend.
Well, maybe our lives aren't so bad here at the top.
You mean our rodent-free environment? I don't know. I don't know why I think of those rats so fondly sometimes either. Maybe it's just that our lives had so much promise. That there was so much promise.
I'm sorry, Claudia.
Hey, listen. You're happy, aren't you?
Happy? I don't know. Sometimes I wish Isaac had more of Winston's qualities, more, business focus.
You love him, don't you?
What, you don't love Winston?
On occasion, but the thing is, Winston doesn't permit it. That's all.
I'm so sorry, Claudia. Isaac lives this cast your fate to the wind life that drives me crazy. Oh, but I'm still so much in love with him.
That's great. I'm so happy for you. I gotta go.
What about Winston?
Well, I've got my own car. Winston has some business that he has to take care of.
Trash time. Severe trash time. Hey, shit, look what you done to my shirt.
Hell with it, man. To hell with this whole damn party if we ain't gonna be playing.
Look at this creep. Look at this cradle robber, Bobby. I'm gonna kill this guy, man. No,
forget it.
No, man. I can't take this stuff.
Forget about it.
What the hell's wrong with you, man? What do you mean what's the matter with me? We'll finish it some other time, man.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Oh, Diana, your sense of timing is impeccable. You need to warm up or anything, vocalize.
Isaac, will you relax? She's fine. She's all set.
Right this way, honey. You're going to be great.
No, wait a minute. Travis and I got some business to take care of. I'll send a limo for you out front when you're done, okay? Knock 'em dead.
Thanks, Vinny. Well, Terranova was to our... You're certainly starting to earn your keep. You took the spotlight off of Newquay.
Yeah, well, it was Diana's to begin with.
I'm on a roll with you, kid. I just picked up another $10,000. Newquay bet me that Diana wouldn't show.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Emma. Hey, why don't the three of us get some of that champagne that we're paying for, huh?
We? Well, what is this we stuff?
I'm sorry, I've got the wrong limo.
No, you don't.
Please.
You were wonderful tonight.
Winston, I don't need this.
I just want to talk to you.
There's nothing to talk about.
Claudia's drunk again. I had her taken home. Diana, I need you with me.
It'll never work, and you know it.
Drag my butt out of bed at 11 o'clock in the morning to come down here for you heckling Jekyls. Where's Diana?
She'll be here. Will you relax?
Look, I want a contract before I write word one. You ain't getting no virgin here, Vinny. Look at here. See this? Strutting Honey just went gold, man. That's money I'll never see unless Newquay gets a personality transplant.
Not now, Monroe. I heard it all before. I'm trying to run a business here.
Son of a bitch!
What's this? What is that?
It's a bill. What does it look like?
It's for $57,000 from some outfit named Music Blitz. Why am I being billed for this?
You think you only get to share in the profits?
Well, what is it from?
We just received the returns of Jersey Turnpike's last album.
What are you talking about? I thought that was a hit.
Double platinum.
Well?
Music Blitz sold something like 430,000 LPs. This is for what they couldn't sell. We've got to make good on the deal. 70-30, right? Your numbers, Vinny.
You mean to tell me we got to pay them back for that?
That's what the contract says. 57,000 against what Diana Price's album is going to bring in is no big deal. Mm-hmm. She's going to sell like ice cubes in hell. That is, if she ever gets around to cutting an album.
Welcome to the music business, Chief.
Diana, it's Bobby. You were dynamite last night. They loved you. Vinny and I got something going that we think is perfect for you. Give me a jingle right away. Ciao.
You always like mimosas in the morning. Just like the Chateau Marmont. Those long weekends in Lotus Land. You're fragile, Diana. The way an artist ought to be. I miss what we had. I never found anything to replace it. Nobody even came close. You miss me too, don't you? You don't have to be without me. You need me, Diana. I can take care of you. I know how to handle your career. I took you to the top the first time. I can do it again. Nobody can do for you like I can. I'm right, aren't I? Aren't I?
Be good to me, Winston.
You know I will. I always have.
This is a waste of time.
Yeah, well, just humor me. Where's the Jersey Turnpike return? Right here. They arrived yesterday. Here, knock yourself out. Thanks.
It is freezing in here, Vinny.
Yeah? Waste of time? Take a look. Read the label.
Osmond's Live.
Here's another one. Look.
Shadows of Night.
Look at this son of a...
Paul Revere and the Raiders.
It's a ripoff, man. Every one of these is over 15 years old.
I'm gonna beat Albert Cushman to death with his own damn walking stick. Reneged on our deal.
Hey, I want you to enlighten me about something here. I got my name on $57,000 worth of debt because of this Mama Lou Cushman.
You think he passed on me? I got my own bill for 150,000 G's. I don't have the ready cash to handle that.
Well, where do you get the money to pay your gambling debts?
Yeah, I'd be real interested in knowing that too, Isaac.
That is none of your business. It was my debt. I took care of it my way, and that's all you need to know.
It's none of my business. If you spend as much time on business as you do scams and gambling, we'd be retired to the south of France by now.
I hate the friggin' south of France.
Hey, will you guys leave the domestic argument for later? Now, I want to take a ride and see this Cushman guy.
I do too much business with Music Blitz. I'd rather just absorb the loss and rock the boat. If we don't have shelf space, we can't sell records. Don't worry. I'm going to figure out a way to get even.
Well, I want in on it.
You're taking this very personally, aren't you, Vincent?
You're damn right I am.
So am I, Isaac.
Travis, man, where you been? I thought you were going to find me some work.
I did. I got a call an hour ago. You think you can find the words to extol the virtues of an El Cheapo compact?
A car commercial? No way.
20,000 plus per diem?
Hey, what's good enough for Lou Reed and Leon Redbone is good enough for Monroe Blue. But I still mean all the bad things I said about you. You and Isaac.
Mr. Terranova?
What?
Diana Price called for you. She wants to see you and Mr. Travis.
This is not over with yet.
Great. I've been trying to reach her all day. I think we can talk her into cutting some of Monroe's songs.
Now tell me what happened.
Winston.
Winston. Did he hurt you?
He made love to me.
What?
I can't stay in the same town with Winston. He'll find a way to get to me. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean he'll get to you? What do you mean by that?
How much do you know about Winston and me?
All I know about you is that you were lovers and that he was behind your first hit, that's all.
I met Winston when I was 20. I just dropped out of college. He was a natural force like nobody I'd ever met. He made me Diana Price. Dressed me, took me to parties, got me the right producer. He made me seem like the only person on earth. That's what he does. That was a big part of my fear. I knew that if I made a comeback and I was successful, he'd be there on my doorstep, and he wouldn't go away until he got what he wanted. If I stay around here, I'll sign with him again. I told him I would last night.
Diana, you stay away from him.
I can't. I love him and he knows it. If Winston wants something, He'll use anything in his power to get it.
Diana, you can't turn back now. You're almost there. Don't you see that?
I need some time to write my songs. With no complications. This is all too quick. If I have my songs, then I have a chance to survive without them.
How much time do you need?
6 months, at least.
6 months. Yeah.
Vinnie. I'll give you 6 months. Any place you want to go.
I can't take your money.
It'll be against a percentage of your album. Don't worry about it.
A friend of mine has a little place in Jamaica. I could go there.
Good.
You are the guy from the song, aren't you?
No, Diana, I'm just another record company mogul.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Bobby Travis, you're always a surprise.
A verbal contract is as good as a written one, Isaac, and you know that, damn it. Now, I want to know where Diana is and what the hell you think you can accomplish with this madness. I've tolerated your eccentricities for years because I find them mildly amusing, but this goes beyond the pale. Now, I can crunch you like a beetle beneath the heel of my McAfee wingtip. Crunch! Do you hear that, Isaac? That is you and your peddling little company. Do you hear me?
We hear you, Sammy.
I gotta tell you, I've never been on a case like this before.
Maybe that explains your behavior.
No, it's not like dealing with gangsters or gun runners or even the rag merchants. Those people tell you what they feel. You do this, you stepped over the line. But dealing with these characters in the music business, it's like dealing with killer smurfs. It is. It's like they're all cute and cuddly until they go for your jugular vein. They suck the blood out of you with a wink and a smile, and they go to each other's parties.
You do not let these people seduce you, Vinnie. That is their business.
No, it's not just the people, Frank. If Vinnie feels like he's under some kind of a spell, it's the music. It can be pure, even when everything surrounding it isn't. We all have a preconceived idea of what music should be. Now, the chance to make that happen is what fuels this whole industry. I think Vinnie's getting caught up in it.
I want him caught up in making arrest. Although I gotta tell you, I am as impressed as hell with how far you've come in the music industry in such a short time.
Thanks, Frank. I gotta tell you, I really like it. The players are interesting, the stakes are high, and no 2 days are ever the same, believe me. I guess I am getting caught up in it. You know, when they pulled that record switch on me, I took it personally. I couldn't distance myself from it.
It's because you're thinking like a businessman and not a cop.
Yeah, you're right. I should have been happy I finally had a crime I could see and touch.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, Beckstead will be ecstatic. It was a pretty nifty little scam Cushman had going. Sticking 15-year-old records into the dust jackets of 6-month-old album covers and then collecting on the return.
That's probably going to be happening a lot now because everything's gone digital. They got to unload that vinyl, and these guys figured out a way to make a killing doing it.
You're sure Twine's not going to press charges?
Yeah.
So where does that lead us?
Well, I think we can get Cushman, but it'll tip our hand. If I let it play out, I got a feeling we could find out where Isaac gets his gambling money, and that'll start opening doors.
As long as Newquay's behind door number 3.
Yeah, well, he's apoplectic that we took Diana away from him. He's never had an artist snatched from him like that before.
Good. You just keep pouring salt into his wounds till he makes a mistake.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta start thinking more like an outsider.
That's where your regional director comes in. I'll be there to remind you are an outsider. And as long as you're a cop, you'll always be one.